Greetings, family. I've been waiting to do this video for a long time. I'm going to share with you some deep information. And some of it may be a little shocking, but ultimately, my intention is to make you aware of some things that are going on that you may have not heard before. I'm a poet. I'm a singer and a songwriter. And I'm always thinking, I'm always looking at life, looking at people, looking at this whole situation of being a human being. So, I'm going to call this video, We've Got a Lot of Healing to Do. And I'm going to share things that you can do, but first I have to make you aware of things that need to be done and things that are going on. And it's under the realm of consciousness. We live in a world that is dominantly unconscious. So what do I mean by conscious? Well, the Latin word is with, con, and cis, or sci, is the root for knowledge. I'm not talking about intellectual knowledge. I'm talking about knowledge for which we were born to learn, to evolve. So the world is filled with facts, intellectual information, but it's not filled with why we're here, why we were born. That's another type of knowledge under the realm of consciousness. You know, the youth, they're always ahead of us. So their latest is get lit, get woke. Word. So what I'm sharing is under that realm of thought called truth. Not the truth of the world, the things that we perceive with our senses. You see, we have perception. And perception is what you can see and taste and touch and hear. All of that is under the realm of perception. And as many people as we have in the world, which is, they say, around 7 billion, that's how many different perceptions there are in this world. That's the physical realm under the 5 senses. There is another realm that's going on that we know nothing of. And that's what we're here to learn. That's one of the things that some of us are here to learn. When you become more familiar with what they call the spiritual realm, or the realm of higher consciousness, higher thought, higher perception, you see life from a different view. So I just want to share a few of the insights, because I've been studying that realm for over 40 years. I dare say I am a seasoned person. And I'll tell you the truth, I am grateful to be seasoned at this time of human consciousness, because the world is challenged. It's in trauma. I've written a few books about the situation. I'm going to be speaking to you. I'm just freestyling right now, so this is going to be a series. But I just want to speak to you from the heart right now. And I wrote this book in 2008. It took me two and a half years, 6 to 8 hours a day, no television. I couldn't even turn on a computer at that time. I had something called an Alpha Smart, a little like glorified typewriter. And I had a good editor. But I'm sharing in this book healing information dealing with the body, the mind, the emotions, and the spirit. So the spiritual realm we don't see with our two eyes. Some people have, if they're psychic, they can see certain things. But the spiritual realm requires a practice that requires us to be still and to be focused. In my case, I studied meditation with my eyes closed. And if you practice meditation with your eyes closed, you are focusing on what is known as the third eye or the first eye or the pineal gland. When you practice meditation, it helps to raise your consciousness so that you can see more than the mundane world. You see light, and some people hear celestial sounds. It gives you a different perception of what the world and what you're experiencing and the lessons that you learned. This world, as I speak of in this, my most recent book, I'm speaking as Mother Nature. Because there's a lot of things going on in this world that is very hard to interpret. And part of that is because this world is dualistic. Two things are going on simultaneously. And this world is changeable. It's filled with change. Nothing stays the same. For instance, right now I'm talking, and I'm having a very serious moment with you. But my sister's coming in the apartment. I didn't expect her, but I'm not going to stop because this world is filled with distractions. And right now, I'm having a world moment. So if you hear a key and a lock and little footsteps, this is life. Boom, the door closes. And this is life. And our challenge in life is to be focused, even though distractions may be happening as I speak. We are all being challenged. Part of it is due to trauma that we have dealt with from the womb up until the age of 7. That's when we are programmed. We're like little sponges at that time. Whatever our mother was thinking of in the womb, whatever experiences she had while she was pregnant with us, we are taking it all in, even though we haven't even gotten here yet. And then when we are born, whatever relationship she has with the father, whatever experiences she goes through with her mate, her or his world. We are taking it in. We are taking it in. We are being impressed. We are being impressed with external things. And even the mother and child take a year or more to bond, to get to know each other. Because of the times we are living in, most of you, if you are under 40, you have been impressed with stress because it's a stressful time. These last 40, 50 years, more than half of you are probably coming from a single parent home. So that's why I'm so committed and so determined to bring some understanding to your situation. Because I was blessed to have 2 parents and to come from a very stable environment with a mother who is very sober and very stern. I was the only child, but I was like a soldier. She trained me rough, tough, austere. And even at this stage, as much as I love to have fun, I have a sober side. A side that is no nonsense. Because I know the truth. And deception is at the base of this truth. You could say that negativity is rampant in this world. And if you're not trained to fight a battle, you will not survive this. Because the trauma that we come in with, and we all have been given trauma to deal with and to see if we can overcome, to see if we can navigate and hold a firm position in our soul, in our emotions, in our bodies. That's part of the lessons that we're here to learn. Now, I know what I'm saying is not what you want to hear, because no one wants to hear the bitter truth. But if you don't hear the bitter truth, you won't know how to fight the battle. And the battle is to overcome the negativity that we have inherited and that we are dealing with in our environment. We are products of our environment. Good, bad, and ugly. So the training is, one of the trainings, the main trainings, is to overcome the negativity through a word that you hear all the time. But I'm not sure if you understand the meaning of it. I'm just getting it. The word is love. The word is love without expectations. Love without conditions. So, this is part of the message. To get this love, to have this healing, will only happen if you're connected to the Creator that has made us all. There are 7 billion people on the planet. There are 7 billion different perceptions, 7 billion different lessons to learn. So there's no one way. This is a designer situation where we all have to learn for ourselves. And not everyone wants to. Not everyone wants to be conscious. Now, what happens if you don't want to? All right. So because our training is so important from the womb to 7 years old, which is where we're programmed, we have to now look and see what happened, and what didn't happen. If you were just with a single parent, then the stress level could be that you didn't get the attention that you needed from the other parent. Attention, attention. Somebody love me. Somebody look at me. Somebody hold me. Somebody nurture me. Do I matter? Attention. If you don't get it, if you don't get the proper nourishment, the proper food, the elements that you need to grow, then you're missing something. And you're going to be looking for it in everywhere you go. You're going to look for it because you need it. You need to be nurtured. It's a normal craving. It's a normal desire. Some situations you had siblings. The sibling got more attention than you did. Why? That's your lesson. Some situations, a parent died before you even grew up, before you became 2 or 3 years old, or you watched them die. You watched them. There are 7 billion different situations that have occurred. So I'll share a poem. Lighten up this moment a little bit, Prema. Lighten up this moment. Hungry souls, yearning for the fruit of love, disenchanted with life's melody, coming, going.